Hey guys, it's Scott from scottmillerguitar.com. Hopefully you enjoyed that harmonic minor example. Love that sound. Guys, we're delving into this chord series, right? Hopefully you've been checking out those other videos on major 7, minor 7, dominant 7, half diminished. Today we're talking about the fully diminished 7th chord. Let me give you a few labels. There's the traditional classical terminology and the more modern of this chord type, and this one really deserves a little extra time and attention on this video. This one's a cool chord type. Again, these videos are not about showing every conceivable shape on the fingerboard, but giving you one shape. That was the idea with these videos, so you could play tunes by having at least one shape on the 6th string and the 5th. Let me give you the labels of this chord. This is called fully diminished 7th chord. The last video we talked about the half diminished 7th, also known as half diminished. This one's called fully diminished 7th or fully diminished. A lot of times in jazz charts you'll just see the word diminished, and that would imply to a lot of students it's a diminished triad such as this, but really what they're implying is the 4-part diminished 7. I'm going to show you what that's all about too. That's kind of a cool concept. This is what I'd like to say to you guys about the diminished 7th. Without going through this lengthy discussion on like chord types and all the deep theory, which is also offered here, but symmetric, symmetry, symmetrical. Like what are we talking about? Some chords like the augmented chord and then the diminished 7th chord, they're unique in that the distance from one note to the next is the same from the next note to the next note and the next note to the next note. Look at this. If I played for you an augmented chord, I know this is a huge digression. I'm going from this note to this note and this note to this note. It's a series of major thirds. What does that mean to you? Well, then that means this shape can be played up that same distance, a major third up, it's the same chord shape. Move it up another major third, it's the same chord shape. And any note within the chord can be considered the root. So you could say, wow, so C augmented is the same as E augmented and same as A flat augmented? Absolutely. They all sound the same. Well, the diminished 7th chord is a 4-part chord, and what we're saying because, well, I should say the distance between every letter is a whole step and a half. So check this out, C to E flat to G flat, and G flat to A. Those are all minor thirds or whole steps and a half. So what this means is after I show you this chord shape, you can play it. You can play it anywhere on the neck. You can play it, it's a symmetrical shape. If you figure out the distance between the letters, that is the distance the chord shapes move. It's the same. Up a whole step and a half, up a whole step and a half, up a whole step and a half. You've heard this in a lot of music, haven't you? I'll play it right here. Okay, so I'm going to show you a shape on the 6th string and the 5th string. You can call this C diminished 7, C fully diminished 7, C fully diminished. I usually just say diminished 7. Okay, so here it goes. Oh, and the formula, super important. Grand recap, major 7 we said was 1, 3, 5, 7. Dominant is 1, 3, 5, flat 7. Minor 7 was 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7. Half diminished was 1, flat 3, flat 5, flat 7. I know some of you guys are thinking like, Scott, that is super fast. I can't follow. It's okay. Check out those other videos and hopefully that was clear. Here's the fully diminished formula. 1, flat 3, flat 5, double flat 7. Students are like, well, first of all, Scott, there's no C flats and F flats and B sharps and E sharps. We covered that in the lesson on major scales, and they're like, is there a double flat 7? Isn't that the same as the 6th? It is. So watch this. Here's a 7. I'm going to flat the 7. I'm going to double flat the 7. Yes, which is the same as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But in this case, you would call it 7, flat 7, double flat 7. So the letters in a C fully diminished 7th chord would be C, E flat, G flat, B double flat. Crazy, huh? You're like, oh no, now double flats and double sharps. We won't go there for today, but fully diminished 7th chord, okay? So let's let me give you a shape on the 6th string and then the 5th. And again, you can move those around every, a minor third interval or up a whole step and a half, and it's the same inversion, it's the same chord shape, just being inverted. That's great. Okay, here we go, guys. You will need a bar. First finger, let's start with the bar first. Let's get the hard part out of the way. Take your first finger, flatten it over strings 4, 3, and 2 on the 7th fret. You have this. Okay, put your second finger, this is your root. I guess I should say, well, any note within the diminished 7th can be considered the root, but here's the root for the C diminished 7. So go to the 6th string, 8th fret with the second finger. Okay? You're going to go on your 4th string, 7th fret, first finger bar. So So again, you have 6th string 8th fret, 4th string 7th fret, 3rd string 8th fret, and then 2nd string 7th fret. So guys, remember on these root 6th chords, if you've seen the other videos, we're not playing the 5th string of the 1st. We're playing strings, we're going 6, 4, 3, 2. Okay? So it's going to be this 6th string 8th fret, 4th string 7th fret, 3rd string 8th fret, and then 2nd string 7th fret. So it should go 8, 7, 8, 7, string 6, string 4, string 3, wow, it's hard to get out, and string 2. Okay? So again, 6th string 8th fret, 4th string 7th fret, 3rd string 8th fret, and lastly 2nd string 7th fret. Is that cool? Okay, and this one is a really great shape too. Very common. I think you'll get a lot of mileage out of this one. Okay, so we're going to go 5th string 3rd fret. Use your 2nd finger, middle finger. Okay. 4th string 4th fret, 3rd finger. Okay. 3rd string 2nd fret with the index finger. And lastly, 2nd string 4th fret, 4th finger. And again, guys, I'm trying to give you the best lessons I possibly can. I do realize that sometimes if I'm giving you strings 6 through 1, frets, whatever, from 1 up to 20 something, and then the fingers, it's a lot. So I'm trying to make it clear for you. Many have asked, can you please mention the fingers? Can you please mention the frets? And so I'm trying to do that for you guys. Hopefully it's not confusing. But I'll go one more time slower on this one, okay? So go 5th string, 3rd fret with that middle finger. Okay? How about 4th string, 4th fret, ring finger? Okay? 3rd string, 2nd fret, 1st finger. And lastly, here it is, guys. 2nd string, 4th fret with the little finger. So I'm going strings 5 through 2. I'm going to go 3, 4, 2, 4. There you have it, guys. C, fully diminished. Okay, guys, we'll see you in the next video. We're going to delve into something really cool, which I call the James Bond chord. Okay, and hopefully you're enticed now. You have to check out that video, right? Guys, if you haven't subscribed, click subscribe above. And if you haven't downloaded your free guitar ebook, or by the time you see this one, maybe there's several ebooks to choose from, just click on the link below and get a free gift from me to you guys. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.